Hi guys, and
Maybe,
welcome to another episode of Cricket Caviar. And we are done with the round 14 of IPL. Um, just one more league stage match, and that is a dead rubber between Punjab and Hyderabad. As both teams are out, we have our four qualifiers, which are Gujarat Titans, Rajasthan Royals, Lucknow Super Giants, and Royal Challengers Bangalore. That was an epic twist yesterday when MI, with all the support from all RCB players, MI crossed over the line in a match which looked really, really far away from them because they just scored 27 in the power play
yes,
chasing 160.
the
And
start
DC
was
had defended
really bad.
160 in against
Yeah,
Punjab.
yeah,
So hats off to Mumbai, especially Tim David, the Yorker hitter. My new name for him is the Yorker hitter. And the way he smashed after getting a very very lucky, reprieve because Rishabh Pant ne review nahi
yeah.
kiya. Uh,
Yeah.
he was
And
clearly
it was
out, and that
completely his call. Rishabh Pant's call. ठीक है. I mean, it was completely a miss from him, but ठीक है, I guess होता है. So
in and after that, Tim David thought he will just get on cracking in his own words, and what a crack he made into the Delhi side. And those sixes of Shardul Thakur, I thought Shardul bowled really good balls, but almost Yorker length balls, and he was able to clear the boundary. He said that he got baby sixes. That means he just cleared the boundary, and that is what is very special about Tim David. I think he's right now the best hitter of cricket ball because he can hit Yorker and low full tosses. कल किसी ने मुझे बोला लियाम लिविंगस्टन इज द बेस्ट हिटर इन द वर्ल्ड बट आई थिंक इट्स टिम डेविड जस्ट बिकॉज द वे ही कैन लियाम लिविंगस्टन कैन हिट लेंथ बॉल्स बट टिम डेविड कैन hit Yorkers, and that is what. So, what was your reaction, Kunal, after I criticized your MI team for their slow and boring start of Rohit Sharma? So, and especially
yeah,
Rohit played the worst IPL innings of his life, I think, yesterday. Just 2 of
yeah,
13
man.
balls. What was he
Yeah,
exactly
man.
trying to achieve?
पता नहीं. It felt our openers were lost and confused, or पता नहीं, they were just downright pathetic with the way they started yesterday. It was really disappointing to see them that way, but ठीक है उसके बाद it was good to see Mumbai recovering later on, but yeah, the opening was really bad. It felt that Mumbai is going down again in this game. But yeah, I had hopes from Tilak Verma and Tim David because they have been playing well, and in the end, Tim David was amazing. His success were huge. If you remember, that ball which was very close to the wide line, he just hit it like that, and even that went for a six. So you
Yeah,
can see, right, because of
amazing,
his
amazing.
size, right, his reach is huge. So bowlers have to, think a lot about where will they bowl to and everything. So Tim David is actually one of the best hitters of the cricket ball right now, I believe. And I'm really happy with how IPL ended. Mumbai won the last game, so I'm really happy. No matter how bad the season would have been, but I'm happy now.
Yeah, and they finished very strong with 4 wins out of 6 games after being
Yeah,
zero
last
out
six.
of 8.
Yeah,
So that's credit to Mumbai, and they found a lot of match winners like Tim David, Tilak Verma, Breves, and all these, and Daniel Sams, obviously. Riley Meredith
yeah,
also, I felt he also bowled very well.
yeah. Meredith is a good, outright fast bowler, and also I felt about Daniel Sams, I think it took him time to, understand the Indian conditions properly and start bowling to the conditions properly. But I think his style of bowling and everything is kind of suited to Indian pitches. He
And
can
डैनियल सैम्स वो
come
रोल
better.
करता नहीं है बिग बैश लीग में जो न्यू बॉल के साथ उसको रोहित शर्मा ने दिया है कि ही इज बॉलिंग द न्यू बॉल वो रोल वो बिग बैश में एक्चुअली करता नहीं है एंड दैट इज अ न्यू रोल फॉर हिम लाइक ही एक्चुअली कम्स इन द मिडिल ओवर्स और ऐसे आके डालता है बट यहाँ पे उसने न्यू बॉल से डाला है ओल्ड बॉल से डाला है तो दैट इज फैंटास्टिक टू सी मतलब he is grown as a cricketer. I felt over this season, just like you saw Mukesh Chaudhary and Simarjeet Singh growing as cricketers with Chennai. I felt Daniel Sams really grew into, a very good cricketer in this season. But Kunal, I want to take one more name. Actually, I think he's a very good player and goes under the radar. Ramandeep Singh. Bhai, Ramandeep Singh took 3 wickets last match, and I was actually hating Ramandeep Singh बिकॉज आई थॉट कि इसको क्यों खिला रहे हैं इसकी जगह अर्जुन तेंदुलकर या किसी को भी खिला सकते थे बट भाई
Yeah,
रमनदीप ने कल मेरेडिथ के 2 ओवर बचे थे बुमराह के 2 ओवर बचे थे और रोहित शर्मा ने रमनदीप को 16th ओवर दे दिया विच आई फेल्ट वाज अ बिग मिस्टेक and he did get smashed by Pant. He did get smashed, but he took Pant's wicket, which was very crucial at that stage. नहीं तो Pant I think 180 तक ले जाता total को, and
पंत
उसके
इतना
बाद he
खेला
took
रखा
Pant, and the last over he bowled the last over. I thought it will be Meredith to bowl the last over, but उसमें भी उसने ही bowling किया, and he took another wicket I think of Shardul Thakur. I think उसको
है
भी
शार्दुल
उसने ले
ठाकुर
लिया.
या Mumbai finished the
तो
game well. I mean, that innings well. Last
and
में they could
last में
not,
उसने
they didn't
चौके भी
let
मार
them
दिए.
get away.
वो
हाँ
टिम
हाँ भाई,
डेविड के साथ वो
it
आया
was
उसने.
भाई. Things were getting slightly nervous. उसने बस चौका मार दिया. That's it. We were safe उसके.
I think he is a really cool head, Ramandeep Singh, and maybe Mumbai also will keep using him in the future. I think Rohit trusts him a lot. Like कल उसने काफी trust दिखाया रमनदीप पे, and I was surprised initially. But there is one more moment of this game that I would remember a lot is Khalil bowling to Rohit Sharma that over. I mean,
Yeah, man.
this you
That
will
over was
not
good
catch
though.
in the highlights, but this was something that I mean I was amazed. Ki Rohit was just trying to get away from that over, matlab ki unscathed. He was trying not to get out, and Khalil was swinging the ball a little bit, and he was in fact sledging Rohit. It was really funny because Rohit is the Indian captain, and everyone wants to
Yeah.
be in his good books. जैसे पहले कोहली को कोई स्लेज करता था तो कोहली उसको ऐसे देखता था, like सूर्या के साथ उसने एक बार किया था, and पंत के साथ भी. And that was really surprising how Khalil was actually, getting on Rohit's nerves. पता नहीं, and I feel अभी Khalil का भी अच्छा chance है, the way he has bowled. मतलब he also looks a good
He has,
contender for
he has
T20.
been among the wicket, right? I mean, we need a wicket taker at the start of the innings, and he does that.
And Natarajan, if he's not in full flow, then obviously Khalil can come in. Khalil is not a death over का, मुझे नहीं लगता वो इतना ज्यादा अच्छा है, but opening overs में वो बहुत अच्छा bowling करता है, and that is he takes a lot of wickets in power plays and middle overs. I feel he's a good choice. But ठीक है. So let's move on to any final comments, Kunal, on Mumbai Indians and RCB. Mumbai Indians doing a favor for RCB.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to call out that you could hear RCB chants in Wankhede yesterday. Imagine when RCB was not playing. So that shows the how loyal RCB fan base is. I mean, it was something I never thought I'll observe. But yeah, Mumbai really wanted to win. I mean, they've had a really bad season. So even though they did it for themselves, I guess, yeah, good that RCB got in because of them. DC, I wanted DC to get in, because I really like Mitchell Marsh and David Warner and Ricky Ponting, but okay. I mean,
and we
they
predicted
had
DC to make the playoffs.
yeah. Even in the last video, I think I predicted that DC will get in somewhere or the other because Mitchell Marsh is in hot form. But okay, sad for DC to go down like this though, and I think Pant needs to be slightly more cool-headed. Okay? He's losing it already. He's still new to captaincy.
Yeah, yesterday I think his catch drop of Brevis. By the way, Brevis को खिलाना चाहिए था पूरे season. I think Mumbai ने Brevis is a very good ball striker. कितना clean hit करता है ball को, and मुंबई को पता नहीं क्यों नहीं खिलाया ब्रेविस को. वो ट्रिस्टन स्टब्स को क्यों ट्राई कर रहे थे अभी तक मुझे समझ नहीं आया. I mean,
I think Mumbai was very confused and undecided in the starting of the season. One mistake they did is that they had a lot of new players, new unproven IPL players, right? People who did not have IPL experience, like everyone from Dewald Brevis to Daniel Sams. I mean, Daniel Sams has played earlier, but still, to Tim David. So Mumbai took a lot of time to figure out their combination or their strengths or their match strategy in general. Iske wajah se, because of a bad auction, they started really, really bad. And, drop in form of Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma did not help in this. So इसलिए Mumbai को time लग गया. But next season में they will come back much, much better, I believe.
So now let's discuss one of my favorite matches of this tournament, Rajasthan Royals versus CSK. इस मैच में मतलब इतने सारे twists थे कि you won't believe कि this is a T20 match, one T20 match. Like so many things happened in the first 3 overs. So in the first 2 overs, CSK batting first, and Sanju losing his 12th toss out of 14 matches. CSK bats first. They are 3 runs in 2 overs. Next 4 overs in the power play, they score 72, and Moin Ali, he was timing the ball like Wow.
Went berserk. Yeah, he was hitting it so well. Wow, that was
Uh,
really
so clean,
really
man.
beautiful to watch.
Actually, last season Moeen Ali का याद आ गया, मतलब last season how he helped CSK win the title.
Last season बहुत
and
अच्छा खेला.
and the way he was, एक चौका उसने मारा, I mean he just it was a slower ball by Trent Bolt. Actually Trent Bolt was bowling fast, then he bowled a slow ball, and Moeen Ali just, you know, flicked it on drive for 4, and that was such beautiful timing. And I was wondering कि यार RR has no way back from here, because if you score 75 in 6 overs, then you are like you are destined to get 190 plus or 200, because you know you have a good set of hitters after that. But you know, a weird batting and comeback by, what a comeback by RR. I mean, with the spinners that they have, Chahal, Ashwin picking up Conway. I think that is where CSK batters made a mistake, because they should have just tried to stay with Moeen Ali, who was already in fourth or fifth gear. Instead, they all tried to hit out. Jagdishan was trying to play a shot, and Raidu just got, you know, a very good ball. And uske baad both Moeen Ali and Dhoni, both of them tried to, you know, play the 20 overs, because they were not having Shivam Dubey yesterday. So they were a batter short. So I think they tried to play the full 20 overs without losing much wickets. But they ended up only with 150. That means RR conceded 75 in last 14 overs. Obed McCoy with 4 overs, 20 runs, 2 wickets. And, you know, Chahal also now, again, the purple cap leader. He was tied with Hasaranga, and Hasaranga had the purple cap because of the economy rate. But now Chahal has got it again. And
Yeah, and it will end with Chahal because the purple cap thing ends at the end of group stage.
oh, is it? I'm not
Yeah,
sure about that. No, I don't think so.
I think it's yeah,
Let's
because
okay.
I mean, okay, let's see. Okay.
And chase may, I thought okay, RR will be relieved that they are chasing 150, but they are not a good chasing team. They have only chased one successful chase in this entire IPL, and that was also because of Yashasvi Jaiswal. Again, yesterday, Yashasvi Jaiswal was the one who stood out in the chase. I had some expectations from Butler, because, you know, being the leader of this batting lineup, I expected him to, you know, fire yesterday, but he again could not handle the swing from Simarjit Singh, and you know, the ball was swinging a lot. And I mean, RR were in deep trouble yesterday, if not for Ravi Chandran Ashwin.
Yeah,
And
man, that was a
this,
big surprise, right? He played so well. I mean, who was expecting
yeah.
Ashwin to play such an attacking innings? Oh my god!
And this experiment of Ashwin sending has been constantly being tried. मतलब काफी use किया है RR ने, लेकिन it has never given a win result for RR. So whenever Ashwin has been sent up the order, it has always resulted in a loss. But yesterday it was a change, and Ashwin himself actually won the match. You know, we were expecting, we were all commentators and fans were actually bashing this move. Ki why you have to send when you have Riyan Parag. तो रियान पराग को रखा ही क्यों है, कि उसको सिर्फ फिनिशर, मतलब वो क्या 2 ओवर बैटिंग
हाँ,
करने के लिए उसको तुम 8 करोड़ रुपए दिए हो, मतलब. But
और fielding करने के लिए.
man, Ravichandran Ashwin proved all his critics, and the way he celebrated like this, like he was some crazy Gunda from Chennai. It was just amazing, and it's very good to see that passion for someone who has played all the IPLs. मतलब वो 2008 से खेल रहे हैं सारे IPLs, but uh, it was very surprising to see that kind of emotion. And he is really grateful to RR. Yeah, like what he said, that who picked him. He was not expecting probably to get, and he has worked a lot on his batting now. What do you make of that Ashwin's innings and RR win that sealed the second spot, the very valuable second spot for RR?
Yeah, clearly Rajasthan is first of all missing Butler's form. One of the reasons they were winning so much was Butler was giving them an amazing start with all the centuries he was making. Post the drop in his form, I think we have seen the stat, right? He has scored less than 150 odd runs in the last 6-7 games. So post that, they needed someone to come up and take responsibility, and Ashwin has did that really well. It can be clearly seen on how much his batting has improved, how attacking he's playing, how many shots he's hitting. Even that day, he had 3 sixes and 2 fours at a really good strike rate of like 170 plus. He's even picking wickets. So yeah, Ashwin is, I believe, one of the reasons why RR is able to deliver as a team. He's filling in all gaps in terms of batting or bowling. Ashwin is actually a very intelligent cricketer, right? We've already seen that, and we can see all that translating into his T20 career now as well.
And what he was saying in the presentation is that he doesn't have a lot of power. So he relies a lot of, he does a lot of innovative things. But
Yeah.
yesterday he hit 100, 96 meter six and 104 meter six. So Simon Dool was saying to him, don't worry, you have good power. Don't worry about, don't
Yeah.
underrate yourself in terms of power. Uh, some decisions, MSD was really, I mean, spot on yesterday with the gambling and the defending master that he's of the IPL. He was really good, making good bowling changes. I mean, the way he brought Solanki to entice RR batsmen, and लग रहा था कि ठीक है ये second rated Chennai bowling attack है. It does not have Bravo, it does not have
The bowling
Deepak
was
Chahar.
looking very, very dull on paper. Absolutely.
But still, they managed to get a fight from that match, and so uh, I now want to. So I'm very happy, first of all, as an RR fan, that RR has made into top two. So we'll be facing Gujarat Titans in qualifier one in Kolkata, and this is the first time in 15 years that Rajasthan Royals have qualified into top two, and this is their fifth playoff. But they have always qualified third or fourth, and this is actually a big moment in the franchisee history to qualify second. So
Second, yeah.
yeah, congrats to all the Rajasthan Royals fans, and let's hope they do better in playoffs. Yeah, Kunal, what do you have to say about Rajasthan Royals? This season, what do you take out
Sam
from
has
this?
come off really, really well this season, without a doubt. It's not been just Butler. The team has actually performed. I think everyone besides Dean Parag has been impressive. Okay? And
Yeah.
if
No, Parag
Butler can
also won एक match Parag में भी जीता है. I think
yeah,
everyone has contributed in some way, and even without Butler, like Butler has gone missing in the last first phase mein, he
absolutely.
was the only one taking the team. After that he went missing, and that RR had a loss
They had,
slump of 3 losses to MI,
uh,
KKR and
then
DC.
they had Jaswal
Despite
coming in. That
yeah,
admired
despite
Vinicius
that,
finishing
and
game.
Jaiswal getting dropped and coming in, Jimmy Nisham, क्या क्या उन्होंने सबको ही ट्राई कर दिया डैरिल मिचेल, लेकिन finally they found the good combination. They knew that Obed McCoy is important for their lineup, and they have stuck to that, and that's very important, and they've won this match. Now coming to my favorite match, Kunal, I really want to discuss this match. I mean, this match easily is one of the best matches of IPL. Lucknow Super Giants versus Kolkata Knight Riders. What a match
Yeah,
it was. I
man.
mean, it
How it
can be called as the best IPL match.
Yeah, man. First of all, it was amazing to see Decock the way he was playing. I mean, see, we know how KL Rahul bats. Ticket. This is KL Rahul style. He
Mhm.
cannot go aggressively, or maybe he does not want to go very aggressively. But Decock was so good. I think in the last 5 overs, he scored 70 odd runs, right? If I
My
remember
God,
correctly.
69 he was at
Scoring,
the 15th over, and
yeah,
he
scoring
scored 71, 143rd highest IPL score, highest ever
ever.
opening partnership, and they did not lose a wicket. But do you think, Kunal, like it's a good thing if you don't lose a wicket, like 210 run bana rahe ho, and that means someone is missing. I mean, you are missing a lot of your good players who are actually meant to hit the ball out of the park. What do you make of that strategy कि भाई हम विकेट्स लूज नहीं करेंगे 210? ठीक है, डिकॉक ने बहुत अच्छा मारा, बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट केएल राहुल बैटिंग एट 120 ka strike rate in that innings? Do you think they were some
Yeah,
runs short? I mean, if KKR would have won that match, so they would have definitely felt that they're some runs short.
yeah. They were definitely criticized KL. Honestly, cricket is a team game, right? I mean, the openers are supposed to build up momentum, and if that, and
Mm.
you have other players supposed to carry down that momentum. They have specialist finishers like Lewis. Lewis is known for his power hitting. They have Deepak Huda who's in top form. They have Stoinis as well. They have Ian Holder who can hit a few towards the end. I mean, they would have definitely batted at a much better strike rate than KL. So honestly,
Mm.
yeah,
But
maybe,
Decock made up for it. I mean, the last
yeah,
5 overs,
Decock
and
did
especially the way he
make up for it.
attacked Tim Southee.
Yeah, but Lucknow could have got more with the lineup of players they have.
Mm.
KL, I think KL will be there as an opener because he's scoring consistently. But yeah, Decock was amazing. Decock is a super, super talented player. I'm scared how India will get Decock out now after 2 weeks.
He's such a clean striker of the ball, and the sixes that he hit. I mean, once he's in that zone, and when he got to the century, he was so emotional. Like he hit the back of his bat, and he was saying that all the frustration came out because he was not able to score last few innings. एंड बहुत कुछ चल रहा है डिकॉक के लाइफ में लास्ट एक साल से. फिर वो जो हुआ था जिसमें उसने नी he did not take a knee
Yep,
for
yep. Did not take the
racism
knee.
wala
He
thing.
left the captaincy. He
Then he
resigned
had
from
a
Test
child.
cricket. A lot has happened. Yeah.
Yeah, he retired from Test cricket because of his baby's birth, and then he. I mean, बहुत कुछ चल रहा है उसके लाइफ में लास्ट एक साल से. But good to see all this. Such a brilliant knock. I mean, such a class T20 player. I mean, Quinton de Kock. QDK for the win, man, for Lucknow. And I think when the auction में जब उन्होंने QDK को लिया था, तो I knew that he will make up for KL Rahul. He's going to be that important batsman for them. And जब भी QDK out हुआ है, Lucknow looks really, really under pressure. So he's really the fulcrum. Even though he's the opener, he's the fulcrum of that batting order. Very important player for them. But
I miss Quinton de Kock in Mumbai Blue. I really miss him.
तुम तो बहुत लोग को मिस कर रहे हो. अभी ट्रेंट बोल्ट को भी मिस कर रहे हो, ठीक है, और राहुल चहर को भी मिस कर रहे हो अभी. तो ठीक है, बट यू हैव फाउंड सम good match winners, and यार मयंक मार्कंडे look good यार. Actually they should have given some games to मयंक मार्कंडे.
उसको एक सीन में बहुत खिलाया था मुंबई ने. इनिशियली हल्का सा मिस्ट्री था, but then he was getting all sloshed.
तो उस सीजन उसने अच्छा तो किया था मुंबई के लिए मयंक मार्कंडे ने. He was
starting, but towards the end of that season he was taken to the cleaners more or less. तो उसका थोड़ा स्टार्ट स्टॉप टाइप का रहा है. ठीक है, मे बी दैट्स नॉट दैट गिविंग हिम दैट मेनी चांसेस. और उसने वैसा कुछ डोमेस्टिक में भी इंप्रेस नहीं किया, राइट? तो मे बी दैट गाय नीड्स मोर वर्क.
But yeah, so KKR got a good start thanks to Nitish Rana and Shreyas Iyer, and फिर बीच में it looked that KKR will chase it easily, but उसके बाद आया Andre Russell and he actually had a negative contribution with 5 runs of 11 balls. अगर वो रना बॉल भी खेल देता 5 रन, तो I think KKR would have won the match. But he had such a, I mean, it's been long since Russell has, he's just a points accumulator on Dream 11. मतलब Dream 11 के points बस वो accumulate कर रहे हैं, but actually
gives me a lot of points. Absolutely.
He's not winning any matches on the ground, but yeah, he's taking wickets. I mean, but he's not winning those matches जो Russell पहले जिताया करता था. जैसे हमने एक बार देखा था RCB के अगेंस्ट, he won that match from nowhere. वैसा मैचेस अभी बहुत टाइम हो गया देख के कि रसल ने कोई ऐसा मैच जिताया हो KKR को. बट उसके बाद आया रिंकी डिंक, द तूफान रिंकू सिंह. भाई रिंकू सिंह क्या करियर रहा है उसका एज अ सब्स्टिट्यूट फील्डर. ही हैज बीन मतलब giving it his all, and even Brendan McCullum, like in his last press conference as KKR coach, because he'll be taking the England test assignment, so he also said ki such a brilliant person and he deserves everything because he's been on the sidelines for 5 years and he has never complained or never put a foot out of the line. And it's so good to see that hitting was just by Lucknow ke bowling. They were hurting
against Lucknow bowling in such pressure situations. He was really good. I think he played a really good knock 2 matches back as well, but that day it was his best knock ever. 15 ball में 40 run. It was really good. वो जिता देता आराम से. ठीक है, it's just that उसका एक शॉट लग गया, but ठीक है, I don't think you can blame him. It's a pressure game. They needed to qualify, and he has not played a lot of matches in IPL anyways.
और मुझे लगता है KKR missed a trick by not opening with Narayan for all the matches. When ठीक है तुम्हारा रहाणे था, फिर तुमने लाया किसको, इंद्रजीत को लाए, तुम फिंच को लाए. अभी कोई भी जब अवेलेबल नहीं है तो तुम you should have just opened with Narayan, but they're opening with Abhijit Tomar. मतलब वो बंदा को तुम क्या एक मैच से क्या तुम उसको जज कर लोगे? You are giving him one chance. He dropped the catch of Quinton de Kock on 12. मतलब अगर देखा जाए तो वो मैन ऑफ द मैच है पूरे मैच का. And he played such a bad knock when he was opening the batting. But yeah, man, I felt Narayan should have
काफी try कर लिया, right? Narayan को उन्होंने बहुत try कर लिया, and after point, even though it worked initially, after point of time, people knew where to bowl to Narayan, and he was not able to score runs. Maybe that's why I decided कि हो गया Narayan का maybe.
But Narayan and Rinku Singh, they were on fire. And वो catch Evan Lewis ने जो catch लिया, I mean
Yeah,
that
एक हाथ से freak. That was
that.
freak catch, absolutely.
By the way, अभी कुछ न्यूज आया कि वो नो बॉल था, लेकिन लोग बोल रहे हैं बहुत क्लोज था एंड ऑल. बट एविन लुइस चेंज द गेम विद दैट कैच. 3 of 2 रिक्वायर्ड. मैंने बहुत बार देखा है जब भी 3 of 2 रिक्वायर्ड होता है तो टीम्स मेस अप. आई थिंक उनको बस सिंगल लेना चाहिए ऐसे सिचुएशन में. बट द बैट्समैन जस्ट वांट्स टू कैरी द मोमेंटम जो है उसके पास, बिकॉज ही हिट 2 sixes and 1 4, तो ही जस्ट वांट्स टू कैरी दैट मोमेंटम. बट आई फील कि ऐसे सिचुएशन में यू शुड प्ले with sensibly and take a single. नारायण था दूसरे एंड पे, वो भी मार सकता था, लेकिन
वो भी
once you
batsman था
lose
ही.
the wicket now because there is no crossover, so you get a new batsman उमेश यादव. and उमेश यादव यार एक चीज बताऊं, उसमें उनको टिम साउदी को भेजना चाहिए था. टिम साउदी निकाल सकता था 2 रन. पता
टीम
नहीं
साउदी ने
उमेश यादव को
बैटिंग
भेज.
बहुत की है, बहुत की बैटिंग. टीम साउदी ने मैचेस क्लोज किए न्यूजीलैंड के लिए, लेकिन देखा तो उमेश यादव ने बहुत छक्के मारे इस सीजन. ठीक है, तो मुझको लग रहा था मार देगा वो लास्ट में, मुझे लग रहा था.
मुझे लग रहा था वो ऐसे बोल्ड वोल्ड हो जाएगा. और स्टॉइनिस ने भी बहुत सही स्ट्रेट यॉर्कर डाला. हैट्स ऑफ टू स्टॉइनिस, आई मीन टू कीप इट
स्टोइनिस
वेरी
fucked up
कूल.
though.
एंड
First 2 3 balls were not good balls वैसे, जो स्टोइनिस ने balls डाले,
यार
they were not good.
इवन होल्डर जो नॉर्मली इतना अच्छा रहता है, वो भी उसने भी काफी रन दिए. 17 रन दिए उसने
पिच
19th ओवर में.
यार, पिच थी
बट
वैसी, बैट पे बॉल आ रही थी हमसे, मारने वाली पिच थी वैसे, एंड टीम्स वर
हाँ
लाइक
हाँ, आई
desperate
एम
to
टेलिंग
win
यू
and
ब्रो,
everything.
LSG were 20 run short just because of KL Rahul. एंड ठीक है. आई मीन होल्डर ने बहुत अच्छा डेथ में लास्ट में 3 overs उसने अच्छा कर दिया, और स्टॉइनिस ने लास्ट के 2 overs. तो 5 बॉल बहुत अच्छे हो गए उनको. 10 बॉल में आई थिंक 40 या 35 ऐसे कुछ चाहिए था. And if 5 balls you bowl good 5 balls, then you will most probably win that kind of match. And that's what Holder and Stoinis are there. That's what their job is. That's why Lucknow has paid them well. And they have a good plethora of all-rounders. Even they dropped Badoni and Krunal Pandya. Still they got over the line, and hats off to Lucknow for that. I mean, they totally trust their bowling to do the
The
job.
team, the
Mohsin
lineup.
Khan is the emerging player. Mohsin Khan is the emerging player this time. He will be the emerging player announced. I think
He's been
he's
really
at
good.
the top of.
Yeah.
So he has picked more than 14 wickets or something, and with an economy of 5.9, and that's amazing. मतलब सब उमरान मलिक, मोहसिन खान थोड़ा इग्नोर हो जा रहा है क्योंकि सब लोग उमरान मलिक के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं.
Well,
But he
he's
also
fast.
can bowl.
Yeah.
But Mohsin can also bowl at 150, and he has good variations. I think much better variations than Umran Malik. So let's see about that.
We're going to see a lot more of Mohsin. Yeah. Maki, I think
Yeah,
this week we have team selections as well, right? For the next series. देखते हैं. I guess
yeah.
Mohsin Khan might get a chance, I feel.
Qualifier 2 के बाद, eliminator के बाद है, I think team selection. So quickly before we close the video, I just want to talk about RCB. Like RCB chased finally Kohli came into the form, and RCB chased down a total against GT. Surprisingly, GT के जो losses रहे वो इतने funny रहे. मतलब they have been against SRH, they have been against Punjab, RCB, and I think another team, MI से भी हारा था वो जो Daniel Sams ने bowling किया last week. So they have beaten all the good sides, but they lost to all the not so good sides. But RCB is a good side, and they deserve to be in playoffs now. DK Maxwell ने जो performance दिया भाई, that was all round. Catching, bowling in the power play, and batting. I mean, he was just fantastic overall. What do you have to say about Maxwell? Is he finally coming good for RCB? Is Faf finally coming good? Is Kohli finally coming good? Is it all coming good at the right time for RCB?
Yeah, I feel RCB started well. उसके बाद they lost it. ठीक है, बीच में. That's why they came to such a position. उनकी starting बहुत अच्छी थी. Maxwell has been good. Faf and Kohli have been down and out. उसके वजह से they were in this position. They played one match well. They need to continue their performances in the playoffs. नहीं तो RCB will fizzle out. They'll fizzle out pretty much. But Maxwell is really good. Maxwell is in the form of his life. He's bowling in the power play. He's bowling maidens. He's picking wickets. He's scoring runs. Maxwell is in the form of his life. Maybe Maxwell can be the next T20, limited overs captain for Australia. Who knows? Pinch ka bahut time ho gaya.
Yeah.
But Maxwell is doing really well across.
And the way he hit Hardik Pandya out of the ground, I mean, that was amazing. So guys, we'll close the video here, and we look forward to the playoffs, and hope we have an amazing playoffs with some new teams that we normally don't see in the playoffs. We are so used to
Yeah.
see MI, CSK, and KKR, and first time we get a different mix of the teams in playoffs. So let's see how that turns out, and hope it's a good tournament. Actually, this has been one of my favorite IPLs, just because it
Not
has
for
been
me.
so full
Not
of
for me. मुझे उतना मजा
surprises.
नहीं है. मुझे उतना मजा नहीं है, but ठीक है.
Hmm.
Glad you had such fun. So let's see if you're going to get a new winner this time, or
Yeah.
we can still have a repeat winner. Let's see. After 14 long years. Let's see.
Okay, guys, so capping up our discussion there, and please keep following our channel, keep subscribing our channel. We also have a lot of content on other sports apart from cricket, and obviously now we are going to back to test cricket and international cricket very soon, now that the IPL is going to come. So keep following our channel for more updates, and please share in your comments what you would like to see us covering. So that's it from me and Kunal. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
See you guys.